This is AC Starlord, aka Awesome. Welcome back to my channel, and this is a review for Toxic Avenger, unrated. Um, this was a 2000 2023 movie, I believe. Let me double check that before I go on a tangent. Yes, it was a 2000 2023 movie, and this is very interesting for Peter Dinklage and Kevin Bacon and the guy who even played Harry Potter. Um, I think this is a remake of the original. I never seen the original one. This is the only one I've seen, and this was kind of interesting, kind of different, unique. It's about a janitor that's on his luck and he's about to die, and then obviously some people put him in a toxic waste and becomes a toxic Avenger, and he wants to take out Kevin Bacon and the people that did that to him. And it has some horror elements. It says it's a horror comedy, but it has some horror elements in it. It's not really that scary. It's more like a superhero movie to me, um, how I see it. Because this movie is very different and unique from what I can see from it, and something definitely Kevin Bacon won't do, and his caliber of work that you've seen him in, like Footloose and other different movies he's been in. But he has been in some horror movies that are, well, not questionable or not questionable, but it depends on what he likes to view himself. But Peter Dinklage, this is a perfect role for Peter Dinklage. That's him as human form right there, and that's him also as the Toxic Avenger. I think this is a perfect movie for him to be a superhero. But he was also in Thor as a dwarf, so or like a elf or whatever, but he was a really tall elf. But I mean, a really tall elf thing. And he was also an elf playing a regular guy. So it's different and unique to see him in here being like a coward. And then like a coward kind of guy, kind of scared about life. And then when he becomes a toxic Avenger, he becomes this Avenger. And he takes out this band called the Nuts. And the Nuts are pretty much like hitmen, but they're also music, and they sing really bad music, and they're like kind of like that same clown slang, the same clown posse rap group. Um, and it's a funny scene. There's a lot of weird things in this. Of course, it's unrated, but there's a lot of weird things. This is a weird movie. It kind of reminds me of Kick-Ass a little bit in a way, how this movie is and all that stuff. It's also a Scream Factory movie, but how this movie is kind of like kick-ass for me, and weird things happen. Like, see the test tube in um Kevin Bacon's hand, he becomes like a goat because he has a goat award because he won award because he was a goat of his industry is like cosmetics and medicine and stuff like that, and then does really bad effects on people, and he just wants to make money. And then the guy from Harry Potter, oh no, the guy from Lord of the Rings, my bad, not Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, the guy who plays the main character in Lord of the Rings, plays his brother, and he was good in this too, and he was good in Ready or Not. So I highly recommend. He's really good in this. And so is Kevin Bacon. When Kevin Bacon turns to their goat, and then some his actress who plays his lover becomes some weird looking creature towards the end. But Peter Dinklage just wanted help from his company, and he stole money from him, and then he becomes this. Toxic Avenger, kind of like how Joker becomes the Joker with Toxin, but a little bit different. And then he's trying to help, trying to stay alive for his son because his stepson because his mom died, and then this girl behind here is trying to report on them and expose them. And it's an interesting story, but I wouldn't say so much as a horror comedy. I'd say it's more like a superhero movie and more like a movie that you can watch with a certain amount of friends, not um a lot of people are going to run out and watch this. I only watched it because I thought it was interesting and I saw it in theater. I saw the trailer in theaters. It was in theaters for a little bit, and then when I saw the trailers, I thought, oh, okay, this is interesting. And then I picked up this at Barnes and Nobles unrated. It's on the rated version. They had several different copies, but um, I guess I picked up the unrated one, but that's okay. Yes, there's a lot of things in here that are not suited for, well, certain people or children or whatever. But again, this reminds me of Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass has a lot of stuff like that in it, and you question Kick-Ass all the time, and you kind of question this as well. But it's a interesting movie to watch. I can highly recommend if you want to watch something weird and different and unique. I wouldn't go watch this if you are like, okay, let's just watch this. Um, it's kind of like I don't know what elements they took from the original one, but they took the elements from the original one where he's just a janitor that accidentally is accidentally in the wrong place at the wrong time, or goes back to work and he's at night and he's at the wrong place at the wrong time kind of thing situation. Then yeah, but I don't know how the original one is. I need to watch the original one at some point down the road. But Peter Dinklage is perfect for this, and if they make it part two or part three on Scream Factory or somewhere where they independently, because this is very independently. Hopefully, Peter Dinklage returns and they can do whatever they want with it. But that's it. So if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and deuces.